Good morning. Today is October the 30th, day before Halloween of October. The numerology today 1 and 3, 4, 10:30. Originally 8:30. October is originally the 8th month, the 8th ember of Scorpio. See the foliage here of New England on Paradise Road. Thank you for visiting Regency Centers. Today is 10:30. You see how the Regency Centers are in the burnt amber colors of the warning of October. The Orange House of Death. See Truth Heresy's Orange House of Death series. So October 31st, 10:31. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then 2018 being an 11 year, 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 0 plus 1 is 3 plus 8 is 11. So today is 15, 1 and 5, 6. Look at the spray. We get some spray, of course. Some spray. There's Ray, the sun, Ra. Said, hey, what you got to say? Hollywood swinger. Da, 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 da. Hare Krishna. Aloha. Namaste. Today I'm going to read Philip K. Dick's Exegesis. I'm going to start reading it to you anyway from the back of VALIS. VALIS. Vast Active Living Intelligence System. That's what the acronym stands for. An incredible book. Published in 1981, the year before Dick died. Let's go to the dictionary to go to the word exegesis so you can know what that word means. And what it is I'm reading from the back of VALIS, which is based on Philip K. Dick's real-life visionary experience of 2/3/74 and his viewing of the 1976 film Man Who Fell to Earth, starring David Bowie. And then in turn became the basis of the television series from 2004, Lost, starting in 2004. Lost is the book VALIS appears in season 4, episode 4, Eggtown. And that is the big clue in the cue that the whole entire show, with all the literary references, the biggest one and the basis of the whole thing is Philip K. Dick's VALIS. So we have execute, executive, executor, exegesis. On page 246 of this Webster's dictionary. Exegesis, noun, interpretation, especially of the scriptures, the scriptors, the scriptors with the encryptions, occult, hidden, cellular encryptions, inscriptions, crypt, the serpent crypt of the present. And then exegete is noun, an expert at exegesis. Exegesis is interpretation, especially of scriptors. And before we begin reading the exegesis of Philip K. Dick, I want to read this quote from Terence McKenna to you that I wrote in the back of God by Deepak Chopra. Terence McKenna quote, ready? Nature loves courage. Natura loves courage. You make the commitment and nature will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles Dream the impossible dream, and the world will not grind you under. It will lift you up. This is the trick. This is what all these teachers and philosophers who really counted, who really touched the alchemical gold, this is what they understood. This is the shamanic dance in the waterfall. This is how magic is done, by hurling yourself into the abyss and discovering it's a featherbed. Terence McKenna. Let's go to the exegesis now. Start reading from the beginning of it, here at the back, at the end of VALIS. It's in the appendix. The appendix. Remember Jack has to have his appendix removed and lost? It's referring to this appendix at the back of VALIS, the exegesis. Tractates Cryptica Scriptura. 1. One mind there is, but under it two principles contend. 2, 1. The mind lets in the light, then the dark, in interaction, so time is generated. At the end, mind awards victory to the light. Time ceases, and the mind is complete. 3. He causes things to look different, so it would appear time has passed. 4. Matter is plastic in the face of mind. 5. One by one he draws us out of the world. 6. The empire never ended. 7. The head Apollo is about to return. Saint Sophia is going to be born again. She was not acceptable before. The Buddha is in the park. Siddhartha sleeps, but is going to awaken. The time you have waited for has come. Eight, on page 258, at the top. The upper realm has plenary powers. Plenary powers. 9. He lived a long time ago, but he is still alive. 10. Apollonius of Tyana, writing as Hermes Trismegistus, said, "That which is above is that which is below." By this he meant to tell us that our universe is a hologram, but he lacked the term. 11. The great secret known to Apollonius of Tyana, Paul of Tarsus, Simon Magus, Asclepios, Paracelsus, Bohm, and Bruno is that we are moving backward in time. The universe, in fact, is contracting into a unitary entity which is completing itself. Decay and disorder are seen by us in reverse as increasing. These healers learn to move forward in time, which is retrograde to us. 12. The Immortal One was known to the Greeks as Dionysus, to the Jews as Elijah, to the Christian as Jesus. He moves on when each human host dies, and thus is never killed or caught. Hence Jesus on the cross said, "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani," to which some of those present correctly said, "The man is calling on Elijah." Elijah had left him, and he died alone. 13. Pascal said, quote, "All history is one immortal man who continually learns." This is the Immortal One whom we worship without knowing his name. He lived a long time ago, but he is still alive, and the head Apollo is about to return. The name changes. 14. The universe is information, and we are stationary in it. not three-dimensional and not in space or time. The information fed to us we hypostatize into the phenomenal world. 15. The Sibyl of Cumae protected the Roman Republic and gave timely warnings. In the 1st century CE, she foresaw the murders of the Kennedy brothers, Dr. King, and Bishop Pike. She saw the two common denominators in the 4 murdered men. First, they stood in defense of the liberties of the Republic, and second, each man was a religious leader. For this they were killed. The Republic had once again become an empire with a Caesar. Kaiser. The empire never ended. 16. The Sibyl said in March 1974, quote, "The conspirators have been seen and they will be brought to justice," unquote. She saw them with the 3rd or Ajna eye, the eye of Shiva, which gives inward discernment, but which when...
Trio Sonata, that's the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields Chamber Ensemble. 9:42, hey, coming up tonight at Jordan Hall.
But which when turned, she saw them with the 3rd or Ajna eye, with the eye of Shiva, which gives inward discernment, but which when turned outward blasts with desiccating heat. In August 1974, the justice promised by the Sibyl came to pass. 17. The Gnostics believed in 2 temporal ages, the first or present evil, the second or future benign. The first age was the age of iron. It is represented by a black iron prison. It ended in August 1974 and was replaced by the age of gold, which is represented by a palm tree garden. 18. Real time ceased in 70 CE with the fall of the temple at Jerusalem. It began again in 1974 CE. The intervening period was a perfect spurious interpolation aping the creation of the mind. Quote, the empire never ended, unquote, but in 1974 a cipher was sent out as a signal that the age of iron was over. The cipher consisted of 2 words, King Felix, in all caps, which refers to the happy or rightful king. Kaye oho feliz. 19. The 2-word cipher signal King Felix was not intended for human beings, but for the descendants of Akhenaten, the 3-eyed race which in secret exists with us. 20. The Hermetic alchemists knew of the secret race of 3-eyed invaders, but despite their efforts could not contact them. Therefore, their efforts to support Frederick V, Elector Palatine, King of Bohemia, failed. The empire never ended. 21. The Rose Cross Brotherhood wrote Ex Dio nascemur in Jesu mortemur per spiritum sanctum revivismus, which is to say, from God we are born, in Jesus we die, by the Holy Spirit we live again. This signifies that they had rediscovered the lost formula for immortality which the empire had destroyed. The empire never ended.